Good morning to all my dear students. I am Neelam Miss from Mahdi English School, your social science teacher, and today we are going to continue with our chapter number 10, Indian Agriculture. Before starting our lesson, I welcome you all with a good thought. Do what is right, not what is easy. So, before starting our lesson topic, we will first revise what we have learned in last lecture. In last lecture, we have learned about agriculture is an important resource of India. We have learned in last lecture that agriculture is the important resource of India. In this topic, we have also learned that the main support to the Indian economy is coming from agriculture. Agriculture is an important resource in India. About 60% of people is engaged with agriculture. Even in our national product, 22% is also occupying from agriculture and 18% is coming from cash crop and other farm products. That because of these things we can earn huge foreign exchange. It means that India is agrarian country and economic of India is mainly dependent on agriculture. We have learned about that in India the crop production is possible for 2 or 3 times in annually, because with the fertile land, with the favorable climate, with the cultivation and skilled and hard working farmer. But then also the progress in the field of agriculture is not sufficient. Why? Because the reason is the Indian farmers are uneducated and poor. We have learned about the factors. Because of these reasons, we are not getting a proper production in agriculture department compared to world. We are getting less production compared to world. After all, we are an agrarian country. Then also the production coming from agriculture is less compared to the world. Because of this all reasons, we have learned about the types of farming in India and the irrigation method. There are 6 types of farmings are there in India: subsistence farming, dry farming, wet farming, shifting, zoom agriculture, plantation agriculture, intensive farming. In last lecture we have completed subsistence farming, dry farming and wet farming, and today we will complete the rest of explanation in detail. Before starting our new topic, we will revise this all 3 farmings once again. This is the picture of subsistence farming. Subsistence farming, it means that not having a proper tools and machinery, just doing farming and sufficient for his family, consume the maintenance of the family. This is called subsistence farming. Not using costly seed, fertilizers and insecticides are not using in their farming because it is not affordable to them, because they are poor. They are doing just agriculture to just maintain their own family. Then dry farming. Dry farming, it means that the lands are totally dry and the groundwater level is not that much inside the land. This dry farming, that is because of the rain is uneducated and the facilities are less. Here the farming is dependent only on a rain. If rain is proper and sufficient, then we can grow and crops. Otherwise we can't able to grow the crops here. Only one crops can be taken. Here we can't grow 2 or more crops annually because the land is dry. Here we can only grow 1 crop in a year. That is because of humidity which is present in the land. This is called dry farming. In dry farming we can only cultivate the crops like jowar, millet and pulses. Why? Because it require less groundwater. So that's why dry farming is possible to. So the dry farming is possible only to grow the crops like jowar, millet and pulses. Why? Because the reason is that these crops require less water. We have learned about wet farming. This is the picture of a wet farming. Wet farming. Wet farming is carried out in the region of heavy rainfall. It means where the rainfall range is 70 to 200 centimeter. In that area only we can do the wet farming. If there is no rainfall or the insufficient rainfall, then only more than one crop is taken with the help of irrigation. Which crops require more water? So that is paddy, sugarcane, cotton, wheat and vegetables require more water. So we can only grow all the crops in a wet farming. And today we will start a new topic, that is shifting. Shifting agriculture or zoom farming. It means that you can see in the picture, they are burning the land. It means that after 2 or 3 years, when they want to grow a new crops, at that time they will burn the roots of that old crops. So this is called a zoom farming. They will burn whole the farming lawn and they will keep this land. They will keep this land. They will keep this land uncultivated for the some time, so it will gain minerals once again. This is the picture of shifting and zoom agriculture. We can also say zoom farming. We can also say it a shifting of agriculture. Shifting zoom agriculture. Here forests are burned and cleared and the farming is carried out there. The farming takes place for 2 or 3 years when soil fertility is reduced. That is the abundant and the sometime method is applied to start farming at other place. It means that here they will use the land for 2 to 3 years and then they will leave that soil when it will reduce the fertility. It means that when you will burn that land, at that time the soil will reduce its fertility. So the farmer will leave that place and they will do their farming at another place till that the land will gain that minerals once again, till that they will not do the farming over there. This is called a zoom cultivation. You can see in the picture, first they will burn this land and here they will not do the farming for at least sometimes that the land get minerals once again. So they will shift to another place and they will do the farming till the land is not getting the minerals once again back. Cereals or vegetables are grown in this types of agriculture. It means that cereals and vegetables, different types of vegetables and cereals are grown in this type of agriculture. The production is less in this type of agriculture. Why? Now the question is coming in your mind that why the production is less in this type of agriculture? Because of burning the land, the production is getting less because they are burning the land, then they will shift to another land. Once again, after the burned land has gained its all the minerals back, they will shift to over there. So because of this shifting and shuffling from one place to another place, the production is less here. Now we will learn about plantation agriculture. You can see the picture. This is called a plantation agriculture. This agriculture require more care. It means that this type of farming require more care, that when you have to pluck it when you have to take a fruit from it, it requires too much care. Incentive care is needed for this type of agriculture. And the capital it means money is also required more to do this type of agriculture. This is the picture of plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture, this is a special type of agriculture. Here rubber, tea, coffee, cocoa, coconut, apple, mango, oranges, grapes, amla, lemon, kharek, it means dry date, etc. are reared with a great care. It means that the whole, all the crops required, it means fruits and tea, coffee, the beverages, it require more care to grow. And this type of agriculture is also known as special type of agriculture because it require great care. It is necessary that there should be more capital investment. It means that when we have to grow this all plants or trees or crops, then we require more capital. It means more investment we have to do. It needed skills, it needed technical knowledge, machines, fertilizers, protections on the all sides, and acquiring and the transportation facility. It means that if it is tea or coffee, if it is cocoa, coconut, apple, mango, they all required a skill and technique also, and it required good form of transportation, that the crops and the fruits which we are getting from this trees, it could not be damaged. The transportation facility is also required in a good form. So you can see here how much investment we have to give. Even the technical knowledge also should be there. Even the machines and fertilizers of good quality should use here. So this is known as that plantation agriculture is the special type of agriculture and it require a great care. Now we will learn about intensive farming. Intensive farming that you can see in the picture. Intensive farming, it means to do the farming with a modern machineries, with modern fertilizers which are available in the market. You can see with a biofertilizer, all the tools and modern machineries to use in the farming. This is called intensive farming. Intensive farming. Intensive farming is the mechanized way of a farming through utilization of increased irrigation, use of chemical fertilizer, insecticides and other mechanical equipments. It means it is mechanized, it means a modern way of farming. Intensive farming is called a modern way of farming. Why? Because it uses, and if we will increase the use of modern machineries, fertilized chemical, insecticides and modern equipments, then the irrigation will increase. Here what they are using in intensive farming, they are using chemical fertilizer, insecticides and other mechanical equipments. Cash crop grown more in this type of farming. Cash crop, it means wheat, paddy, this all are known as cash crop, for which if we are growing this type of crops, we will get money in return. So this type of crops is known as cash crop, and this type of farming required more modern tools and fertilizers. So this is called intensive farming. The per hectare production has increased very much here, and the area sown under this crop has increased. It means that those who are doing intensive farming, it means using all modern machineries, using chemical fertilizers, insecticides and mechanical equipments, their hectares of production are increasing and even their crops productions are also increasing, as more important is given to economic return in this type of farming. In this type of farming, they only grow the cash crop. It means that the crop they will grow like that type of crop only, from that they will get economic returns. So this type of farming is also known as commercial farming. Commercial, it means doing a business of trade and commerce and getting a money. So this type of farming is also known as commercial farming, because the importance is given to economic return only. So they are only growing the cash crop. Now we will learn about the farming method. First, we have learned about the types of farming in India. There are 6 types of farming in India. Now we will learn about the farming methods in India. There are 3 types of farming methods are there: organic farming, sustainable farming and mixed farming. Once again repeating, there are 3 types of farming methods are there in India: organic farming, sustainable farming and mixed farming. This is the picture of organic farming. It means that the organic farming is done through totally with the organic thing. It means no chemical is added in this type of farming. The whole thing is organic. It means that biotic elements are used. Biotic elements means earthworms, and because of the help of cow dung and this all organic manure they will use and they will do the farming. This is called organic farming. In organic farming, they don't use a chemical fertilizer, they don't use insecticides and pesticides. They do whole farming with the earthworms. You can see the biotic elements is there in the picture, and they do with the help of the cow dung, with the food, with the wasted food they will use here, and they will make a manure. So this type of farming is called organic farming. Organic farming. Organic farming. The rate at which the chemical fertilizer and insecticides are used, the destructive effect of this chemical is also felt. That we all are knowing. If the farming is done with the chemical fertilizer and with the insecticides, then the destruction and effect will be seen. It will seen on the human health. It will give the adverse effect on human health if the crops has been grown with the chemical fertilizers and insecticides. The chemical is also felt. Due to the presence of this chemical and insecticides in the grains, vegetables and food, it has affected adversely in the hygiene of a people. That we all are knowing, due to the presence in the current time, all are using chemicals and insecticides to grow the vegetables, food grains and fruit, that it grow very fast. So all farmers are using chemicals and insecticides. But these things affected adversely in the hygiene of people. More damage is caused to environment. It means that if the farmers are using chemical fertilizer, insecticides and pesticides, which they are blowing, it means which they are mixing with the crops to grow the crops faster, to grow the crops healthier, but they are damaging the environment also, because if the soil if the chemical fertilizers and chemical is going to mix with the soil, the fertility of a soil will reduce, and the soil will become a barren soil. It means that it will lose all the fertility inside. It means the biotic element, it's going to destroyed totally because of this chemical fertilizer. So the more damage is also caused to environment also. The productive capacity and the fertility of the land has reduced. So if daily the farmers are using chemical fertilizers and insecticides, then the fertility of a land will reduce and the productive capacity will also gone to reduce. Why? Because the reason is that the natural biotic elements which are present in land, which is present in soil, they will destroyed totally because of that chemical. So even human health is also getting adverse effect, even environment is also destroyed because of this type of chemicals. The crop production of the land and its quality will reduce over a long time. In starting, it will give a good product, but day by day the production will also and the quality of that product will also reduce if we are only just using chemical fertilizers and chemicals to just grow the trees faster, so we can get the fruit faster. So it will give not only the adverse effect to human, but it will give adverse effect to environment. Organic farming is that method of a farming in which urea or any other chemical fertilizer and insecticides are not used. It means that organic farming is that type of farming where no any type of chemical are used. It is done through totally organic things. It's done with a totally organic things. No any type of urea. It is the name of a chemical composition. No other type of chemical fertilizers and insecticides are used in organic farming. It is totally, the farming is done with a natural thing. For the nutrition of the crop, dung, earthworm, fertilizer, composite fertilizer, etc. are used. It means that for the nutrition, how the crop will get nutrition in organic farming. So they give nutrition through cow dung, earthworm, fertilizer, composite fertilizer, etc. are used in organic farming. Cow urine, neem solvent, it means neem leaf powder, buttermilk, etc. are used for the protection of a crops. It means that if the small insects are damaging the crops, then cow urine, neem solvents and buttermilk they are using for the protection of a crop, but they are not using any type of insecticides and pesticides, or they are not using any chemical fertilizer. Here totally everything, you can see that everything is done with a natural things only, like a cow dung, earthworm, fertilizer, composite fertilizer they will use. It means the waste, which are the wasted food. It means that the waste of any vegetables also they will use as a fertilizer. Even they are not using any pesticide for the crop protection. Even for the protection of a crop, they will use cow urine, neem solvent and buttermilk. So now hope you understand that organic farming is totally done with the natural things only. No other chemical fertilizers and insecticides are used in this type of farming method. Use of urea in farming. It means urea is a type of chemical. Urea is widely used in the agriculture sector both as a fertilizer and animal feed additive. See, this is only information for your general knowledge. This topic is not in your textbook, but just to know that what is the meaning of urea. So that's why I am explaining you that urea is widely used in agriculture. The main function of urea is a fertilizer. This fertilizer is to provide the plant with nitrogen, to promote greeny leaf growth and make the plant look lush. It means that urea is a type of fertilizer. Almost urea is used in all the agriculture. Urea gives a support, like it will provide nitrogen to plants, and because if it will promote the green leafy growth and it will look plant lush and shiny. Urea also add photosynthesis process of the plant. You can see in the picture, this is the packet of a urea fertilizer. It is a king of fertilizer that all are saying, but it is a chemical composition fertilizer. You can see that this man is throwing a urea in the plant. It will give plant lush and leafy growth. So, and this is the picture of urea fertilizer. The organic products are full of nutrition. Why? Because they are not using any chemical fertilizer. They are not using any chemical fertilizer. They are not using urea also. They are not using insecticides and pesticides also. They are using only natural things. And the food which is grown in organic farming are totally natural growth. They are naturally grown. So the organic products are full of nutrition. They contain natural taste, sweetness and fragrance. There are minerals, vitamins and life energizing elements in this crop. It means that the crops which is grown in organic farming, it having minerals, vitamins and which gives you energy. The elements are there in this type of crops. Nowadays organic farm products are more in the demand. So the farmer also get good return also. So now the people understand that how organic farming is helpful to us. It means that if we will eat an organic farm products, then our health and hygiene will be maintained. Even we can maintain the environment also. So now the organic farm products are in the high demand, and the farmers are also getting good return of this organic farming. So today we have completed about shifting zoom agriculture. Which type of here the production is less in this type of agriculture. They burnt the forest and agriculture, and the farming will take place for 2 to 3 years, and then they will shift to another place. Like that they are doing shifting from one place to another place, so there the production is less. It means that in zoom agriculture production is less because they are burning the land and shifting one place to another place. Today we have learned about plantation agriculture. This is the picture of plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture require more capital, more skill, technological knowledge. Machines and fertilizers are used. Even it require good form of transportation also. And plantation agriculture is also known as special type of agriculture. Incentive farming. This is the picture of incentive farming. Incentive farming, it means to do the farming with the whole modern machineries, with the utilization of a chemical fertilizer, insecticides and other mechanical equipments are used here. So the irrigation is also increased. This farming is only done for the economic return. So this farming is also known as commercial farming. Then we have learned about the farming methods. There are 3 types of farming methods, and today we have completed organic farming, and tomorrow we will learn about sustainable farming and mixed farming. This is the picture of organic farming. Organic farming, they are not using any chemical fertilizer. They are not even using the urea also. The whole farming is done with the natural things only. This organic product is full of nutrition. It having a natural taste and sweetness also. And today the organic farming products are in a more demands, and the farmers are getting good return also. Tomorrow we will continue with sustainable farming. Till that, revise all the topic once again. Thank you.